this is going to be for my Capricorns for December 1st through the 3rd. Let's get straight into it. Any information you may be needing will be listed in the description, so just check there. And let's get started. This is going to be the overarching energy, and then there's going to be a spread here with these cards. But, okay, we have coming together. Okay, so first thing I'm feeling when it comes to people that you have around you, you're starting to realize how certain people can kind of drag you into situations you don't want to be in, mainly by being in association with them. Okay. Also, another thing that's kind of coming off of this card, it's the energy surrounding love. Like, you guys love the fact that your partner is very supportive of you, especially through the things that you go through. Okay, like on an emotional level, a lot of you have been struggling with getting peace of mind after like somebody passed or after some sort of recent events. What I said immense for. Recent events may have played out. It's like this person has been super supportive of you. They've been there to kind of be that person to kind of fall on and cry on their shoulder. So you appreciate them. But you could be feeling like in other ways you need this person to support you in terms of supporting themselves. Like they could be extremely supportive for you, but then when it comes to them supporting themselves and pouring into themselves as much as they pour into you, you could feel like they kind of don't do that. And you have to be, you know, that source of encouragement for them sometimes, which is understandable. Everybody has their vulnerable moments. But you notice that this person may just kind of struggle with their own things and you wish more for them. Okay. You could be trying to mend a relationship with the person you may have children with. You could notice a lot of trauma that they're going through could be stemming from you guys just not having the best relationship. Or like if this is a younger child, you're starting to notice that your child may not understand themselves in whatever way that may mean. And you may be trying to be more so a support to them in that way. But what I see for the present energy, I do have the Devil card in reverse. So your energy could be a little bit low. This is actually the card for Capricorns, which is so funny how it's literally the first one. So it's like you guys made sure your energy showed up some way, somehow. But you could be a little bit low on energy. You really just don't want to be connected to things that bring you down, whether that's like a toxic person you had children with, or a toxic family situation, a job you don't like, whatever this is. It's like you don't want to be connected to certain things anymore. And it's like trying to find ways to disconnect, almost in a sense, like in a mental way from those things, especially if they're things that you can't necessarily get away from in a blink of an eye. So like if this is a marriage, it's like you're disconnecting emotionally, disconnecting mentally to preserve yourself. I also see like for my single Capricorns, you're really trying your best to kind of abstain from sexually dealing with people. I'm hearing like abstinence, especially if you're dating and you're getting to know people. You don't really want to connect with people on that way of like energy transfer and stuff, especially with newer connections here. You don't want the negativity associated with someone who's charming, someone who has the gift of gab. They're charming, but it's just not worth the attachment. It's not worth the full-on commitment because you know it can go down the wrong path. Especially if you notice that this person is like a big flirt, or after a certain while of like, okay, after a minute of you guys dealing with each other and after the honeymoon phase and the infatuation kind of wears off, it's like you start to see this person for who they are, basically. But overall theme, I do have the Nine of Cups. This is about getting what you want. This is about getting your desires met, getting your wishes fulfilled. So a lot of you are either focused on that or it's happening during this time frame. There may be some good karma that's around you, so things work out for the best for you. A lot of you are, again, trying to prioritize emotional balance because you realize once your emotions are all over the place, other things are just falling haywire as well. So you could be like wanting to change things around in your life to get some new feng shui going. Moving a couch or two, changing your hair up a little bit, doing things differently. Okay. Now, what's hidden below the surface? I do have the Five of Wands. So this is confliction. This is confusion. This is more so in a creative sense. It's like trying to figure out like what's next for you. What's the next step in your journey here? What's the next step? Yeah, you could be a little bit feeling as if like things are out of your control at the moment and you would like the outcome. Like say you released a new business, right? You could want the outcome to be a lot different in terms of the results. But of course, you can't really control how many people spend and buy. So you're trying to figure out like, how can I make things speed up in terms of how much I'm investing, how much I'm putting out there, and how much I'm bringing back in. Especially if you did invest a lot of money into whatever you're doing or just a lot of time. You may feel like what you're putting out is nowhere near what you're getting back. And you could be trying to figure out how you can rebalance things. Get a grip on your finances, I'm hearing as well. But a huge source of what could be going on around you is confliction. Confliction about your relationship. Confliction about whether or not you want to be in a relationship if you're single. Interesting. Now, the advice for you, I do have the Ten of Cups. So this is making sure that you're not being so consumed with family issues, so consumed with family problems that you neglect to take care of yourself and your emotional health, especially if there's like a whole bunch of drama in that arena. Getting sidetracked with being like overly emotional and overly consumed could throw you off, especially if you were trying to come into this month and like just be, in higher spirits. And I'm not saying like ignore family if there's like, stuff going on as far as health issues, but I'm seeing like where there's just drama. This could even be with the person you have kids with. Okay. Where's the Ten of Cups here? In the Vice position. This is doing what you want to do. Not saying just like disregard how other people feel, but a lot of you need to take in consideration how you feel and what's going to make you feel more empowered. So you need to prioritize that. But possible challenge, I have the Justice card. So this could be some legal stuff that may needs to be taken care of, whether it's your legal stuff or like family, a lover, somebody around you who you care about could be struggling with legal stuff. This could be court stuff, like somebody suing or you having to sue somebody else. It could be stressing you out because I see that the outcome is going to be fair. It could be more so stressing you out than like there being any hardcore issues per se. So I want to make that clear. But another thing with this is like a balanced decision that you need to make here. And it's hard for you to make that choice because you may be leading more so with your emotions than your logic. But this could also be like re-signing a lease or deciding on whether or not if you want to. But what's ahead? I do have the Sun card in reverse. So there could be a Leo of significance who you could be just really not feeling. Like something about this individual could be really just throwing you off. Okay, they could be too caught up in their ego, I'm hearing, too caught up in thinking that they're too good to apologize or too good to admit their wrongs or just very like self-centered. Okay, regardless if they're Leo or not. It's just like self-centeredness to the highest degree. All right, and they could be pissing you off. For others of you, again, there's just certain things you want to be different. You just want certain things to be different. more so on a financial level, and also like when it comes to a specific connection that you have with someone. It just doesn't feel like how it was in the beginning. Some of you are just going to be debating whether or not you need to just kind of take some time for yourself. But this is what I see. I wish you the best of luck, and I will talk to you guys later.